Hello everyone, and welcome to more of our Digimon content. Today we decided that there's a lot of us who got to see the Digimon movie that came out in English over here. Those of us who speak English saw that generally. But many of you may be aware of it at this point, that it was actually came from a Japanese movie that was a standalone.
Well, 3 standalones, actually.
Yes. So we're here to talk about the very first one, which all the more it may be difficult to find because it is literally titled Digimon Adventure. The exact same as the season that it was supposed to be the pilot episode of, is what I believe is kind of what this was meant to be, because it's only 20 minutes long. It's not...
It's a short film. Not a shorter film.
It's a short film. It's about the length of an episode.
Yeah, it's an episode.
And so we're here to talk about Digimon Adventure, the movie.
Yeah, the short film, or whatever, the prequel. Yeah. Whatever you want to call this thing.
Yes.
The unaired pilot, whatever.
Which is not confusing at all.
The unaired pilot movie.
Yeah.
Let's continue before we really before it hurt my brain.
So yes, let us dive into this short film. And for those of you who are unaware, it is more or less the first third of the Digimon movie. This is the same story, but this was expanded a little bit. They cut out a few things to make it shorter for...
So they could get the 3 movies in the standard length of the movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Digimon movie is kind of a whole Frankenstein mess.
Yeah.
We'll really get into it when we get to the 3rd movie.
Yes, that one was very different. This one, on the surface, is not.
No.
And yes, I hear you screaming at me, no, the dub ruined everything, no. We'll get into it.
We'll get into the changes.
Yes. So, from the very beginning...
Starts with Greymon charging at Paramount.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Running over Akari and Taichi.
Yeah.
Over as literally stepping over them, not like stomping them on the way through.
Yeah.
Which would be a heck of a start.
Yeah, get my attention. But yeah.
Then it goes to a yellowish field void thing where Taichi's talking about
narrating
how he meets digital monsters later.
Yeah, how I met things that shouldn't be in this world. And
yeah, it really doesn't add much.
No, because, that field is not in the beginning, and the opening narration in English is Kari. She does almost all the narration.
She's narrating for the entire movie, because she's in all 3 bits.
Yeah, for all that part. And here we get, like, a line or 2 from Tai, and that's about it.
It's really unnecessary. I don't know where he even is.
Yeah.
Have you seen the entire series? I don't know where this is.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what this is.
No.
It's narration space.
Yeah. But then
we're off to a good start. I even like this. Man, I guess I'm in a bad mood or something.
Yeah.
Stupid Ghost Game. Be better. Put me in a good mood.
Yes, well, it had to come out with more to put you in a different mood.
Yes, it would.
So we transition into nighttime.
Yep, and the sky is all red with 1s and 0s,
basically. Yep. And he's getting up. Looks like he went to the bathroom, kind of thing.
He notices a light from his dad's computer room.
Mm-hmm. And as he glances in, his little sister, Hikari, or Kari, depending on what you might know her as, sitting in front of the computer. And, it's doing weird things, but at first it's, why is she up and staring at it? Why was she... she's always kind of been called to these kinds of things.
Yes.
So my guess is something... It's never officially stated whether...
Why she's up.
Why?
It was called to her, she just hasn't be up, and the lights caught her eyes. Don't know.
Yeah.
Really not important.
No.
Because she's really not doing anything here outside of staring out of a whistle.
Mm-hmm. And once again, as pretty much in all of the differences between the sub and the dub, there's a lot of just staring and saying nothing here, where the dub fills a lot of the quiet time. Which goes for pretty much every scene in almost all of the seasons and the movies. It's just... The dub loves to talk and to fill space, and I generally like that. There are many of you out there that apparently don't.
Nope, apparently lots of you out there who don't like good times.
Yes.
Don't enjoy fun in between serious moments.
Yes.
But regardless, an egg comes out of the computer, almost completely forms, and then we cut to the morning.
Yep. Where Tai, just probably assumes it's a dream. Tai
is woken up by his mom saying that either she's going out in the Japanese, or that she's going to the health food store in the English one.
Yeah.
Regardless, he leaves Taichi alone, watch his little sister.
Yep.
They're pretty young to be left all alone at this point. And on top of that, Taichi's working on an active stove cooking breakfast. Yeah. So she didn't even make them breakfast before she left.
No.
That seems a little strange to me.
But I do love in both versions, you immediately see that Kari has the egg, and you immediately transition over to him cooking an egg on the stove.
Yes.
So they give you the moment of, wait, did they just cook that egg? No. Kari's just holding it in a booster seat. I mean, this is how young she is. She's not even sitting at a normal, seat or anything. She needs something to help her. She's sitting there, and they're, talking about, you can't keep it, you can't.
Well, no, yeah, it's just an egg at this point.
Yeah, still, what's Mom gonna say? There's still...
Taichi in both versions makes a joke. One says, I bet we can make a giant fried egg out of that.
Yeah.
And in the dub, he says, well, I bet we make a good soccer ball.
Yeah.
In multiple ones, Kari disapprovingly whistles at him.
Yeah. She rarely talks to him. She whistles at him a lot more, which is consistent in both, that she does not... That's just how she communicates many times. Even though we know she can talk, she does.
She talks plenty as it goes on, yeah.
Yeah.
But as Taichi gives her breakfast, she goes to pick up one of her juice cups, and the egg slips around and falls down on the ground and starts rolling around. And Kari chases it, depending on the version you're watching.
Yeah. In Japanese, it's a high-intensity chase scene under the table.
Gets into the
with
living room table.
With no talking.
Very boring music.
Yeah.
In fact, the music in the Japanese version is dull and boring and like the same song all the time. It really kind of makes it feel like it drags the time.
It's like this was, an unproven IP, and they were really just barely scraping to get it together, it seems, sometimes.
Possibly.
So eventually the egg rolls around with a mind of its own until it rolls into their bedroom again.
Stands up on end and cracks open, and it's a Bota-Bota.
Yeah, it's a little black fuzz ball.
That immediately jumps out and attaches to Taichi's face.
Yep.
And again, there's not a lot of dialogue or anything going on here in the original Japanese one. And in this one, at least like Akari's laughing at it.
Yeah. She's amused.
But eventually he gets off his face and hides under their bed. And they go and stick their heads after it. Taichi throws his goggles near it. I don't think he actually hits them.
I thought he did, but I don't know.
First time I did watching it again, I think it's close to the next to him in the wall. But regardless, it blows some bubbles at him.
It knocks him back, yeah. And gee, it's a baby Digimon. It's about all it does. It knocks him back. It doesn't.
That's as tough as it's going to get, yeah.
And once again, after that, it's how long you want the next scene to go on for.
Yeah, Hikari whistles at it. It bubbles back.
It seems happier with Hikari.
Yeah, seems like that. And it makes lots and lots of bubbles as she whistles and blows bubbles back and forth. To the point where they're floating out the window and over the city. And why do people probably see these bubbles?
Yes.
I mean, they're just bubbles, so probably wouldn't strike as that strange.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal, but it is just all the more that people did definitely see some things happening from the events of this movie. It is not such a secret that nobody saw.
Hello, are you going to be our Miko for today?
Yes. Well, good. We're about to talk about Miko, really.
Getting close, yep. They bond with that, then we do another cutscene, and Hikari's feeding the Bota-Mon. I think chocolate, but maybe not.
Yeah. The best we can tell, I don't know.
And this is the point where Taichi's are going, what are we going to do with this thing? We can't keep it.
Yeah.
We're going to tell Mom.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Hikari wants to keep it.
Oh yeah, it's not having none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Angry
whistling intensifies.
Yes, exactly. Then the phone rings, and Taichi goes to answer it, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of static and a bunch of flashing lights all around. All the electronics are going nuts.
If you know this, and it's consistent in this episode, this indicates something's digivolving, or the Digimon's appearing.
Yes.
In this series, whenever a Digimon appears or digivolves, it messes with electronics nearby.
Right. And once again, this is one of the moments that is very much a joke in the in the dub, and is more serious, and it's just nothing in the sub.
Utterly unmemorable, right outside of the indicator of the Digivolution.
Yes.
So he comes back going, phone's out, and Kari's now no longer leaning on a black ball, fuzzy ball, it's a pink one of antenna.
Yes.
Ears, much bigger mouth.
Antenna, whatever
you want to call those
whatever
things.
quite they are, yeah. Which obviously we now know is Koromon.
Yes. If you're watching this, you probably know that's a Koromon.
Yes. So
at this point, it's still eating, it's still hungry, so the Hikari goes out and steals Miko's food dish and brings it in.
And Miko says his displeasure at this.
Yep. Koromon seems very happy, gives him a very happy look and starts eating away. And then Miko says, no, that's mine.
No. And pounces
on the Koromon. And chases him around the room again for how long you want.
Yeah.
Depends on your version.
Yeah, the Japanese.
How exciting the music is depends on your version.
Yeah. It's much different because it's probably 20 seconds in the English, where it's almost a minute in the Japanese of just he's in this corner now, he's over there, he's over there.
They're running underneath the bed, yeah.
Yeah.
They're playing in the toy hamper, it's knocked over.
Yep. Until finally he gets on him, pounces on him, and Taichi feels bad for the for the
Taichi
little
grabs
guy.
Miko, trying to keep Miko from beating up the Koromon.
Yeah.
And Miko says no, because Taichi slashed across his cheek, and then gets the Koromon.
Yes.
Takes his food dish and leaves. Hikari shuts the door behind him.
Yep.
It's a cute little scene.
Mm-hmm. And then it's, how could you lose to a cat?
Yeah.
Which is actually one of the more memorable lines of the Japanese version.
Yeah. He lost to a kid.
Yeah. I mean, we don't make much of a tag team, do we? It's also not a
Pretty good, too.
not bad either, yeah. And so finally, it seems quite a bit later in the day that Mom finally comes home.
Yeah.
And Hikari's kneeling there with Koromon, and has basically done no talking to this point in the movie almost, and is talking to Koromon no problem.
Yeah, for now she's talking to Koromon pretty convincingly. Pretty good, darn good English. Japanese in this case.
Yes. And starting to try and understand, what is this thing? What have we found? And, I'm Kari, this is Tai.
Both versions, Kari, my brother Tai.
Tai.
The only one version is to go, hi Kari, Tai.
Yes.
The other is just unmemorable, because I would never remember this line otherwise.
And Tai finally hears it talk too, and then Zoe is like...
Actually talks for a while before it dawns on him that is what's talking.
Yeah.
Next, it says 2 or 3 lines before it goes, wait, it can talk.
Talks.
That's just, no, this is not right.
Mm-hmm.
But they bond with it. Koromon says thank you and all that. And he shows a sign of friendship, which is, which he did a little bit before he attacked the cat food initially. But basically, I guess a kiss.
Yes.
Touches the face with the antenna, holds him tight.
Yeah, it becomes a
That's
face
the
hugger.
both of them. Yeah.
Well, this time they're a little more, they're not as freaked out by it. This time.
Yeah, a little more expected this time.
Yeah.
So a little bit later today, now it's nighttime.
They finally went to bed, and once again, Hikari's whistling at Tai to get his attention. Because he's asleep. And he sleeps through it for a little while until she finally
Just a couple of 2-3 bursts before she gets enough that he gives up and says, what?
And, Koromon looks really weird.
Koromon looks scared, terrified of something here.
Yeah.
We're not sure what, because he just digivolves again.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first Digimon we've ever met that's scared to digivolve. Not many.
I can't think of any. So. And definitely not to the point of this face.
No, not that kind of face.
So I'm thinking, you heard somebody else, but no, he just digivolves into a big Agumon.
Yeah.
You thought Marcus Agumon was big. This is a big Agumon.
Yeah, this Agumon's half the size of a Greymon already. I mean, he's real big. And at about this time, Taichi's dad is coming up an elevator and talking drunkenly about
stumbling around some slurred words,
saying their names and stumbling into the house and Mom's like, be quiet, you'll wake up. Don't you realize what time it is?
The smell of alcohol,
Yeah, this is completely out of the English dub.
Because, whatever reason, for children's cartoons, any mention of alcohol is just not allowed in the Western.
No.
I don't know why it's such a taboo, but it really is.
Nope, that's not booze, that's grape soda. Yep. He tries to get into Taichi and Hikari's room, and it's not locked, but you see on the other side, Tai is literally holding the handle to try and keep them
from seeing the Agumon just broke apart their bunk bed.
Yeah. Because Tai sleeps on the top. It would have been pretty bad if he was still in there.
Karen woke him up. That would have been a real rude awakening.
Yeah.
But Mom kind of shoos Dad away, saying you're like this every night, which is kind of a scary line if that's true.
Yeah.
You're always that impression in the original series, but he doesn't speak much in that one.
No.
But we do at least see their faces in the series. You don't see either of the parents' faces in this.
At least not this first one, nope.
Yeah, not the first one.
Nope. And
it's kind of interesting, but she shoos him away from the door, which is kind of important for a little bit later.
Yeah, and Hikari's just like doesn't seem all too perturbed by this giant lizard as it starts going towards the window.
It actually climbs on his back.
Yep. And he smashes
Pushes through the window because he's too big to fit otherwise.
And just
jumps off the balcony with Kairi on his back.
Yep, just no problem.
Kai's a little freaked out by this.
Yeah.
And she goes running after them.
Yeah, as he also lands on the car, lands on a car down below to smash all the more and make all the more noise. Yeah. So yeah, Taichi goes running out after him,
and his mom apparently sees because asks where he's going, but doesn't seem to show any interest to stop him
or follow or do anything.
So either she really, really trusts Taichi, or she's just a really bad mom in this one.
Yeah,
I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, because in the English, that he just kind of makes a joke, and Mom's not really.
Yeah, they kind of make a joke and cut scenes fairly quick, so they don't think about real hard about why he's shutting the door from her, how he gets past her, how he's outside, and
exactly.
All that. So that's an odd cut in the English stuff. I'll give you that one. But anyway, back to Agumon and Kairi are out in town.
Yep, and they're just slowly walking around, and we knew Koromon talked, but now Agumon just
doesn't make any sounds this entire time as an Agumon here.
Yeah.
I mean, even Kairi at one point says, "Don't you want to talk to me anymore, Koromon?"
Yeah.
So at least he addressed that in that one. I mean, the dub he at least growls a few times.
Yeah, he grunts and growls. At least reacts. Yeah.
Cause out his attack when he makes it, but
yeah.
That's about it. And there's a lot of little things going on, but we've got minutes of no talking or almost any sounds outside that generic stock music in the Japanese one, which makes it sometimes seem like it drags on. When getting into dub, because maybe he talks too much, has sometimes unnecessary one, it seems to move a lot faster.
Yeah. There's talking and things happening, even if to some extent some of them are a little much. Yes.
Yeah, sometimes there's unnecessary narration. I agree.
Yeah.
But it starts off, he goes sees the soda cans, he smashes it because he has no idea. And
Kairi just goes with it.
Yep. Picks up a few cans, so he starts leaving and drops them and chases after him.
Yep.
Then they're on the street and he's like walking,
playing around in traffic.
Yeah, he almost gets hit by a truck, but apparently jumps over it just in the nick of time.
Yep.
And apparently he's not appreciative of that as he launches an attack.
Yep.
Misses the truck, but pulls up a phone booth. So Underdog someone has something to say to him. That's his job. Like any of you know who Underdog is?
Yeah. Pepper Flame, as they call it in the English version, even though it's usually Pepper Breath, so I don't know.
Well, this isn't supposed to be the same Greymon, according initially, until Tri comes along.
Yeah.
I hope I never review Tri.
I'll have to do that one solo.
I don't want to watch Tri again.
Yeah, and I don't remember in the English version that when he uses the Pepper Flame because he sees some planes or helicopters, not exactly sure what overhead at the blinking light. Tai actually sees the attacks and uses them to also track them because he's well behind. He
had to run down the stairs. He
didn't jump 5 stories or whatever.
Whoever knows how high.
It seemed like it was pretty high.
Yeah. Well, he's about to when he shoots those planes we're talking about. He's about to attack a bus. Looks like, and then the helicopter or plane, after one goes past and he decides to fire insufficiently at them instead.
Yes. Just good. Don't be a bad boy. Don't blow up that bus. Yep.
Nina says he was saying there's the flames that Tai uses to help get in there. They're in the general area. Then something else happens that would help them get in the right general area. A really, really, really big Digi-Egg appears in the sky.
Yeah, I mean, you've never seen an egg this size before. This is...
Or again,
Yeah. This is rather strange and different than anything you've seen.
Because usually they come through portals, so this is a little...
Yeah, this is...
I mean, this is the size of 5 city blocks.
Yeah.
In the sky. Then a crack opens and a Parrotmon, who's big, comes out. He's not that big.
No.
He's not Millenniummon or, Gaudramon.
It's not Galacticmon, no.
At this point, Tai runs to that general area where the Parrotmon's coming down. We get lots of cameos from the other kids. And some other people you'll never see again.
Yeah, and some others that,
Which is fine, would make sense.
Yeah, it's so big and loud. Plenty of people would see this.
Then we get back to Kairi and Agumon, who
shoots at it.
Who thinks, boy, I need to fight this thing.
Yeah. And,
well, outside your weight class at the moment there, Agumon. You might want to rethink this.
Yeah. I mean, they don't know at this point, so we don't know anything about stages and anything. It's like, well, he's gotten bigger twice already. It must be good to fight, right?
Yeah, no,
that's an ultimate. Or perfect, depending on...
Yes. But Taichi catches up with him. tries to get Hikari far away from these things.
And she will not leave.
She will not leave Koromon, because that's what they know her as at this point.
Yeah, they never learn.
Alone, doesn't want him to fight. And while the Parrotmon says enough of this and uses its Sonic Destroyer, not that Parrotmon ever says this, or I don't even think it ever makes a noise in the original Japanese version.
I think it makes some small noise, but yeah, it doesn't say anything. It doesn't.
In that area, and it collapses the bridges that are underneath on top of them.
Yeah.
And again,
good thing Agumon's that big in this one.
Yes.
Otherwise,
it cuts to Joe, who's on his phone talking to someone, and gee, his phone stops working properly. Something strange happened. Got back to the rubble.
And gee, another Digimon has happened. Or evolution, since we're talking about Japanese. And Koromon has gotten really big.
Yes. But he's big enough to protect them from the rubble.
Yeah.
And he kind of stands back up, and some of the rubble falls off of him.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes his little head nod, which before I saw the Japanese version, I just thought he was just bumping some more rubble off his head.
Yeah.
But apparently this is equivalent to the face hug and the antenna wrap around.
A sign of friendship, yeah.
Because Ty immediately knows this. I'm going, okay, sure. And the W just says, I'm Greymon now. Like, yeah, I know you are. Good job, thank you. That was my job.
You can be whoever you want to be, big guy.
Yeah. Which I think is just better than... Oh, that's the same thing as a big kiss on a wrap around.
Yeah.
No, not really.
And now we finally get to the big climax of...
Yep, and then he was willing to find his Agumon? He's definitely willing to find his Greymon.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got, not quite the ball shot, more of a city flame, Nova Fire as they call it in the dub.
Mm-hmm. Nova Flame, yep.
And it's actually a fairly nicely animated looking scene, but again, the music in the Japanese is the same music we've heard all the time and doesn't fit at all, and I don't really care.
Yeah.
As opposed to the dub one, where I'm Greymon now, and the theme song, and it gets me all pumped up for it.
It's smashing.
It's the same animation. It should not have this different of effect on me, but it does.
And even smashing through the cars, I think just they added more to
Sound
it.
effect, yeah.
To just do more with it.
Really increased the production value as a whole.
And Parrotmon makes more noises back to show that they're fighting. And yeah.
He comes in with a battle cry, and the theme song starts, and now we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there's just stock music throughout the entire thing in the Japanese version.
Yep.
It's an interesting fight. There's a cut in this for sure.
Yes.
At one point, Greymon takes the horn on his nose and shoves it up to the bottom of Parrotmon's beak there. And this isn't like the other, things like stabs and things we see in Digimon. There's no blue digital code or anything like that. It goes right through, and he comes back out. He rips a chunk
out of his beak.
Basically, his lower jaw almost completely off. Yeah, I say what that did to make the English version.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty awesome, but yeah.
I should have to make the PG movie version. No.
No.
Now that I see it, it's interesting to go back and look at the scenes. Yeah, it is still there afterwards, but you usually don't get a close enough shot that
you notice, yeah.
You notice.
Yeah,
but regardless, he's unhappy with him. He basically grabs him, throws him down there, and then hits him again with his Sonic Destroyer.
Yep. And he's out.
Yeah, that's enough to take him down.
Which doesn't de-digivolve him. Which most times, that's kind of what you would expect.
Yeah, but he's not truly a partner Digimon in this situation.
Yeah, so
you give that.
Yeah. And everyone around seems to kind of understand and is rooting for the dinosaur. They don't quite understand what's going on. And
Taichi holds back Hikari, who's again trying to get real close to him. He's like, no, you can't do anything. And then we hear Hikari trying to blow the whistle, but she coughs a little bit and has trouble. So Taichi grabs it and gives it a heck of a blow.
Yes.
That's all he's got into it. And this is a cool scene.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, when he's finally done, out of breath, there's a brief moment. Then we get Greymon's eyes open. He stands back up, throws another Nova flame out there, Nova Fire, and everything kind of fades to light from this attack, and afterwards they come back and the Digimon...
It's morning, and
the Digimon are gone.
They're gone.
The destruction's still there.
Yeah, there are signs that they were there.
But the Digimon are gone.
Yep.
Just as mysteriously as they appeared, they have disappeared again.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of ends with Hikari calling out for Koromon or Greymon, depending on which version we're going for. Because he never said his name in the Japanese one. For almost the last time they actually talked to him.
Don't you want to play horsey with me anymore?
And then in the
Yeah.
So back to the Japanese one, we have another Taichi and a yellow void with Greymon this time.
Yeah.
And he kind of bends down, lays on the ground, and Taichi runs up and gives him a hug. And it's kind of cute.
Yeah, I like this little.
And then plays the Japanese theme, Butterfly.
Yep. And in the English, that's where they try to connect it to the next
story, which
story,
really doesn't connect to. And the third story, which it doesn't connect to at all, because I don't even think the third story is canonical.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, it gets kind of messy.
But
as a whole, this is a good story. This is really neat to see afterwards. This is they mentioned this in the main series about how they were picked, how they chose Sakari and Taichi in particular because of this event right here. And I never dreamed I'd actually see it. So to get a short movie like this that actually shows this event, and it's still consistent with everything, like Sakari being a sickly child. Mm-hmm. Point to the whistles he has carrying around the entire series.
Yeah. But it is always strange that she says that she's been to the digital world before. Which, this is not going to the digital world, but... Yeah,
but it explains why she knows Koromon specifically by the name Koromon.
Yeah, that she knows that, yeah.
So, again, this just actually fits in very nicely. There's not a lot of contradictory between these two things. Which usually get things like this, there's so many it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
But they actually, paid a lot of attention to it, whoever wrote this, so... Good job. Mm-hmm. Really, no sarcasm. Well done.
Yeah.
And again, I know some people are going to like it. I like the dub version more just because of the music and the sound effects and the post-production being so much higher.
Mm-hmm. And
just sounds so much better. It gets you much more in the mood of the scene. I mean, yes, maybe it talks a little too much at times.
Yeah, but it always will. That is part of the dub. Is they try to make things fun in that way. Sometimes does it go a little too far? Sure.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's a kid's show after all.
Yeah.
This isn't made to be Game of Thrones.
No.
This is a fun children's cartoon.
So that's it for part 1 of, depends on how you want to count these movies.
Yeah.
Exactly how many we want to do.
There's about 9 of them, and then there's Try,
and then there's that Lost
Evolutions out there.
Movie, but it's longer than the other one. Yeah, this is kind of a black hole we're kind of going down with this one. We'll see how deep we get.
Yep. Well, if you guys like it, give us the views, comment, subscribe.
And that's where we'll go through all of them.
Like them all, yeah.
Except maybe Try. You might have to do that as well.
Yeah. We'll love to tell you about psychedelic party tanks. Stay tuned.
I'm so looking forward to that one.
Yeah, if you don't know what those are, stay tuned. You'll find out. Yep. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more Digimon content. And as always, everyone, remember to be awesome. Until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.